ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Knicks fans of all ages. Welcome to the Pod Couple. Hey, we've seen a lot over the last week since we were here before, and we wish there a lot more. We just need to be steadfast in our beliefs and this Knicks organization, and look forward to what we have coming next. So I would tell you, just stay steadfast in your belief of this team, and we're gonna be great. Peace. Let's get it.
Good evening, Knicks fans. It's your boy, Cornerstone Kev, AK Star Child, AK Shazam. I want to thank you all for coming tonight. Um, it's been a tough couple of days. We were a game above 500, but after losses to Charlotte and to Minnesota, we're now a game below 500. So, what do? We go back to the drawing board and try to right this ship of getting back to 500. We knew it was going to be a long road. We still got a lot of games ahead, and hopefully, with the addition of Cam Reddish, uh, we will get right the ship and get back to where we were last year, or even better. So, but again, thank you so much for coming tonight. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, hit that thumbs up button for well, really me, because I'm the star, and um, Sergeant G Man for life is really the sidekick. So, but I know we'll debate that later on. But again, thanks so much for coming, and let's get this going. What's going on, Sergeant G Man?
Well, I can always count on you. So, what? Look. Ooh. Hey, what's good, man? It's good to see you, my brother.
Hey,
Good
it's
to see
good.
you.
As you always say, a day above ground is always a great day. So
Always,
that's what
always a good
we
day,
meant.
brother.
And
Always
shout
a
out
good
to
day.
our producer, Mr. Blorange Tears himself, Mr. Uncle Freezy. He does a great job for us, and he's under the weather, but he's going to keep us going. So that's all that matters.
No doubt.
All right, let's move on to Knicks news. Any
Let's
Knick-
do it.
any Knicks news to be concerned with?
So,
Go ahead.
no, I was going to say that there's a 10-day contract out there. We're not sure about what that 10-day contract brings to the organization. I think it's more so in a band-aid type situation in case somebody falls on health and safety protocols. You need somebody to fill that void. I believe that's what that is. But I believe overall, holistically speaking, when you look at the rotation that Tibbs has put into effect, he's not going past a 9 or 10 man rotation if he's not
No.
forced to do so. So I believe that this is more so a band aid move, just in case something happens that we're not foreseeing right now. But
Yeah.
we'll see what happens moving forward. Okay?
Right. The one thing I will say, I guess we let go of oh, what's his name? Who was playing for us years with Frank Ntilikina. And then he was on the Cavaliers last year, and he was with us. I don't know if because we
Damian
had signed
Dotson.
Damon Dotson. Yeah, Damon
I,
Dotson. Is he still with us?
I will have to check the roster. That's a good question.
Yeah, because
I'm not sure.
because we have all these players that are not that was filling in, as they say, but not
Is
playing
da-
at
is
Right.
the elite
Damian
level.
Dotson Knicks news? Is that news?
Yeah, well, we have to find out because with this gentleman that's that's on our team now, we want to. know where does they all fit in. That's all. But
Okay,
no,
I'm just okay. I'm just
yeah,
asking just for
yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. But yeah, that's the only news. How do you feel about the game tonight?
Kev, hey, Kev. So let's do the template first. Let's go by the.
Okay, let's
So
go by the
we'll yeah,
template.
so we'll go by the template. So we got Knicks news, right? And next
Hmm.
thing on the agenda is Knicks trivia, right?
Okay.
So here's a trivia question that we'll ask you guys today, right? And I know you guys already know the answer to this because you guys are such hardcore Knicks fans. But at the same time, we want the Knicks fans to not Google it if they are so inclined,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Patrick Ewing
Right.
is the New York Knicks all-time leading scorer. That's easy to figure out.
Yep.
So today's trivia question is: how many points did Patrick Ewing finish with as a Knick?
Ooh.
How many points did Patrick Ewing score as a New York Knick? What is that record? What is that number? Right? And diehard Knicks fans like myself know that number on the top off the top of my head, but we're challenging the Knicks fan base to see if they know that number.
So Nick's chat, go ahead and get with the business. That's the trivia
Yeah, yeah,
question. You heard me
exactly,
give it to you.
exactly,
Right.
exactly. Because right now I'm stumped. No, I'm just kidding.
You stumped on this one, Cam?
No, I know the answer.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I think. But we will see.
Okay.
We will see.
So
I'm
so
probably wrong. So
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 now
we,
that
we,
now
we're
that
going we gonna revisit that, Freezy. We're going to get the fan base a little bit to get the answer together.
okay, so we're gonna give them time to think about the Knicks trivia question for the day. Patrick Ewing is the Knicks all-time leading scorer, but our question to you is
Yep.
with how many points? All right. So
okay.
now that that
Mm,
is out of the
okay.
way, let's
Hmm.
move
That's a
on
good
to
question.
a segment that
Hmm.
we all have, which is called, where is it? Is it something or nothing? Is it that it? Something or nothing?
I think it is something done. Yes.
Is it something or nothing?
Yes.
Something enough.
Right. And so I'm gonna ask you guys a series of questions and you tell me if it is something or nothing.
Okay.
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 So Emmanuel quickly played 9 minutes the other night. Is that something or nothing?
You want to go first, Sarge?
Oh, that's something. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's something. Because when you look at historically speaking, when you look at the amount of minutes that quickly plays, where he's inserted into the lineup, who he's subbed, who Tibbs subs him for, is all relevant, right? But when you see Emmanuel quickly playing only 9 minutes a game, that's definitely something. And I think that the thing that the next step to that is if you remove quickly from the lineup and he's only playing 9 minutes, who gets those additional minutes? And is that person being productive during that run? So I believe that quickly only playing 9 minutes is definitely something. You could go a couple different ways. Does that mean that Tibbs is having second? Is he second guessing the amount of minutes that quickly's playing? Is he second guessing the role in which he puts him into the game into and who he subs him for? So I believe that it's definitely something that we're gonna have to revisit this at a later date as we see. And then if this continues to go on, then it's really gonna be something. But for right now, what we've seen over the last, especially in the last game, with the amount of minutes that he's playing, is definitely something.
Yeah, unfortunately, and I say this loosely. Unfortunately, I have to agree with my co-host. It is definitely
Well, of
something.
course you do, because I'm
Um,
genius.
well, we're not saying that now. We're not saying that, boys and girls. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we are not calling Mr. Sergeant G-Man a genius, but yes, it is something because if you look at his production it seems like he's having more turnovers than he is points. I'm not seeing the same um, confidence of him, make um, making his baskets, making his shots from three, especially from 3-point range. I'm not seeing that, and I don't know why. You look at his body language. There's a problem with that. Um, he just does not. I think he's going through a slump or something, but there's obviously something there that's causing him to just only have like 9 minutes. Because if he's cooking, his minutes increase. If he's cooking, he hasn't been cooking in the last two
Right.
games, so that's definitely a problem. You look at him and you look at RJ. Now RJ has had some turnovers too, but he keeps attacking and doing whatever. Sometimes I think IQ is kind of limited to to just shooting, and then occasionally driving to get a basket, getting a layup or something. There's something wrong with him. I don't know what it is. I'm hoping that it gets remedied tonight. So yes, I would agree that it's something.
I would tell you
Okay.
what it is, Kev. And real quick for you before we move on to the next topic,
Right.
30 seconds or less. I'm gonna tell you exactly
Right.
what it is. Once people get a whiff of what your game plan is, they start game planning for you.
Yes, I agree with that too.
So when IQ comes in and he doesn't get those looks that he's normally accustomed to getting, he doesn't get the calls that he's accustomed to getting. Because let's be honest, when you put him in at the point guard position, he doesn't have that court vision.
He does
right?
not have
He's
that.
a shooter.
No.
He's a shooter. So when you allow him to shoot, if he's on, he's on. When he's off, he's off. But he doesn't have that go-to move when he's off. You know what I'm saying? And I'll leave it at that.
Yep.
We can move on, Freeze.
Yep.
So Quentin Grimes is getting more minutes recently than Obi Toppin. Is this something or nothing?
Go ahead, Kev. No, go ahead, Kev.
Okay, I would say, I would say that's something, because there's obviously something wrong with the substitution pattern that Tibbs is doing. When I say there's something wrong, it's something that the fans see. I mean, this is something that's probably okay with Tibbs, but it's obviously something wrong when Grimes is getting more minutes than Obi. And quite frankly, maybe it's just that Grimes is just a better defensive player than Obi. I mean, it's not probably, it is. He is a better defensive player than Obi, who can also hit a three more consistent than what Obi is doing. See, Obi is good. Obi gets your rebounds, and more on an occasion, he's going to give you that highlight reel. Let's call them highlight reels. He's going to give you, because he's best for that. But as far as digging down, digging into to your man and things like that, Grimes is that person, unfortunately, right now, and that's the reason why I believe it is something that Grimes is getting more minutes than Obi.
Okay, well, of course, I'm going to disagree with you, as you know I would.
So
I would say this. I would say that I'm not going to say it's nothing, and I'm not going to say it's something. But I'm going to put this in context for you.
But G-Man, the options are something or nothing.
Okay.
Just pick one of those two. Just one of those.
I'm going to say nothing. That's people generally expect for me to say when it revolves around Obi Toppin. But I'm going to give you some context real quick. All right. So number one, Obi Toppin is playing behind Julius Randle. Who is Quentin Grimes subbing for? You pick the position that you want him to sub for. Right?
Yeah, it could be 48, it could be RJ, it could be.
You have multiple positions that you can put a Quentin Grimes in for, which does not take away from the lack of productivity for Obi Toppin. I'm not making excuses for that. But all I'm saying is the fact that that Quentin Grimes is the term that I've heard before, that Swiss Army knife. You can input him in a couple of different scenarios to where he still comes in and he's productive. So I don't think that is a lot to do about that, specifically for that point. Now, if Obi was that person that is versatile to be able to go out there and do something other than back up Julius Randle, then I would say it will be something at that point. But I think the versatility of a Quentin Grimes make this all to be not. I would expect for him to have more minutes at this point in the game because he plays more positions than Obi Toppin.
Yeah, I disagree, man. I disagree now because
Okay,
yeah,
Cav. We got other. We want to move on to other things, man.
okay,
I got
all
you
right,
though. I got you though. I got you though.
all right.
But you did get your chance to say whether it was something or nothing, right?
No, I did not.
Okay, my bad. My bad. Hey, because I felt like okay. So
Next one. Next topic.
All right.
Next topic.
Okay. So the front office made a trade last week for Cam Reddish.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a signal to Knicks fans that they are about to make a major move? Is the front office's recent activity something or nothing?
You go first.
Oh, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the trade that we made for Cam Reddish, you could have trained a monkey to make that trade. What was the what was the discussion? What was the contention for me to have to go to Atlanta and say, hey, give me this, give me that? So when we went to Atlanta says, I want Grimes. The Knicks said, no, you can't have Grimes. And so they settled with Kevin Knox and then the pick from who was the pick from? Charlotte. The Charlotte pick. Come on, man. How much negotiating did that take? Really? So your front office, your track record is a little bit right now with me, right? So when you were supposed to go out and make major moves coming into the season, you went out and got me a Kemba Walker and an Evan Fournier. So that put a bad taste in my mouth. The contract with Nerlens Noel, another bad taste in my mouth. So now you want me to believe that just because you were able to go out and acquire someone that wasn't playing, he is a bench player. Again, we go and get a bench player, bring him here with expectations to be a starter. Now, Cam Reddish has talent. Don't get it twisted. But I would just believe that move that was made is a lot to do about nothing, and it does not lead to anything because I don't see the Knicks making that next move. I'm just being honest.
Okay, so once again, this gray-haired peanut is wrong again. I totally think it's something because we fleeced an Atlanta organization as always because you look at who we gave up, and you just mentioned they wanted Grimes. It was like no, and they still made the deal. They look like us when we traded Porzingis. That's how they look like right now. They look like us. You have a guy that can play that can play the 2, the 3, the 1, 2, or 3. All right, he can do all of that. He's a wing player. He has size, and once he steps onto the court, I don't believe he's going to be a bench player. He's going to be a starter. And guess whose minutes he's going to be taking? France, whatever you want to, call him, whatever you want to call Evan Fournier, he's going to do it. And you know what? What's your name again? G-Man. You're going to love it because now you have a guy that can play defense, is not going to let nobody go by, and can also be just as offensive minded as an Evan Fournier. You think? Do you really think that a Cam Reddish is going to be the new hip rider? He's going to let guys blow past him?
No.
All right. So you okay? So
this is something.
So it's something. Okay. One last something or nothing before we get into the Knicks trivia. The buzz in Knicks universe is that there may be a class reunion of the Duke boys in New York City, which means R.J. Barrett, Cam Reddish, Trey Jones, and potentially Zion Williamson.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something or nothing? Go ahead, Kev.
This is definitely something. This is real now. This is very, very real. Now, I don't know what it's going to take to bring a Zion here, but you can obviously see that Zion is not happy being in New Orleans. He wanted us. He on the lottery day, on the lottery day, he wanted he was hoping that the ping pongs would go his way and he would be playing in Madison Square Garden. Unfortunately, it didn't. And once he saw New Orleans, you could see the side of the disgust. Kept it, he didn't have a really good poker face that night. So he wants to be in Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena. He wants to be here and wants nothing more than to play with one of his best friends, Mr. One RJ Barrett, and then with the Cam Reddish as well. And once that happens, look out.
G-Man?
That's a whole lot to do about nothing. And I'm going to tell you why. This is a whole bunch of hoopla about what fans want to see and who they want to see play together, right? I want a Bugatti in my garage. I want to be able to drive a Bugatti every day. Guess what? G-Man can't do that. I'm not living that life. That's not my lifestyle. So let me explain something to you. If there was something, if there were moves being made in the past that would equate to the front office being able to go get these guys and have this whole reunion thing going on, then okay, I could go with that. But what we talking about right now is a whole bunch of pipe dreams, right? It's a whole bunch of what we want to see and who we think plays together. And I'm not buying into that. What I'm buying into right now is this. I know who we have on this squad. And my to be honest with you, my major concern is being able to employ the assets that we have right now in an effective way. And in my opinion, that has not been done thus far. It's a whole lot to do about nothing, Freezy.
Okay. Hey, show me Obi. Thank you for the generous contribution.
Oh, show me Obi, yeah.
And shit, yo, how y'all know this is Uncle Freezy, man? That's not my name on here. My name on here is what's my name on here? Health and Safety Protocol. Yeah, I'm a 10-day contract guy. So, show me Obi says, I think Burks is the odd man out unless they are putting Cam in a big trade. We appreciate the generous contribution.
No doubt.
Right. So let's touch on because this has been a very fast 24 minutes, and I know you guys seem like I'm rushing you, but we had a schedule that we wanted to kind of stick to in outset, and so we just want to make sure that we stick to that. But here's the thing. Patrick Ewing is the Knicks' all-time leading scorer with what number?
You want me to give it to you first?
Kev, you want to guess, Kev?
No, I want to hear what's names first.
Okay.
I want to hear Sergeant G-Man's name.
You want me to go first?
Yes.
You want Wisdom to go first?
Yeah.
So
we're not saying Wisdom.
Well, I'm going to tell you what Wisdom says. Wisdom says that's so. Let's just throw a softball out there. 23,650 ish.
I'm gonna go 25. You said 23. I'm gonna go 25.
Wow. I was in the neighborhood of somewhere like 18,000 somewhere. Just taking a guess right off the top.
Right.
But the correct number based on what Google tells us is 23,665.
No. I'm glad I didn't bet my life on that one.
23,665. Yep.
Because the devil would have been on us.
Yeah, man.
The devil would have got me.
Yeah, man. 23,665. I was way off because I remember Pat missing a bunch of games, and you can't score when you're not playing.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that just goes to show you how great of a player Patrick Ewing was in his prime. Right. So y'all ready? Y'all ready for the slam dunks for the week?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. Before we do that, let me go back here and find our slam dunks for the week. All right. Slam dunks for the week. I usually have this stuff queued up, man, but I've been off.
You
Hey
good,
man, it's
brother?
all right.
We understand.
Yeah,
Look,
absolutely.
salute to you for just being here based on what you're going through right now, brother.
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
That's me skywalking all over Kev right there.
You ain't skywalking over me. I'm dunking. I'm blocking that. I'm blocking that.
Kev,
All right.
you can't get 2
You can
feet off
dream.
the ground.
Hey,
Stop playing.
hey,
All
hey,
right.
hey. You can dream.
G-Man, what is your 3 slam dunk things, the things you know that will happen within the next upcoming week? What are those things?
Number one for me is going to be our head coach will be exposed for the person that he is within the next coming weeks. That's going to happen. So we've
Is that
seen
gonna happen this week though?
no, 'cause this Thursday. No, not this week. Next week.
Right, and we talk about the next 7 days.
Next 7 days. Oh, it will happen in the next 7 days. That will happen in the next 7 days. The part two to that, I think that RJ Barrett, and this is not really a slam dunk because we see him on the trajectory to do what I'm about to say, but RJ Barrett is going to become that focal point for the Knicks organization. And people will have to start game planning for RJ when he comes into their arena. But two, I believe that the Knicks organization trusts more into what his skill set is, and just have the offense kind of flow through him in the next 7 days. My last slam dunk would be that Kemba Walker, fresh off of injury, coming back into the organization, will solidify his position with this organization. And if that means that he ups his trade value, so be it. If it means that he solidifies himself into a position that the Knicks understand that they need his productivity for however long that is, then that's what it's going to be. I don't know which way it's going to go, but Kemba Walker will be a topic of discussion within the next 7 days.
All right, Kev.
Okay, my 3 slam dunks. Number one, I think IQ will break out of his slump starting tonight against the Pelicans.
Hmm.
I think Cam Reddish will be making his season debut in a Knicks uniform within if not this game, then now he's out this game, duh. Either next game or he will make his debut before going out on the road when we have to take on the bear of that schedule. And number three, I see this will throw you for a loop. I see Mitchell Robinson really becoming a serious beast starting tonight and the weeks ahead. I see Mitchell Robinson really giving an effort because you could see he's really starting to show that that fire, um, starting to care about what's going on, and I I'm liking that from him right now, and I think it's going to continue. And those are
Okay.
my 3 dunks.
Okay. Excellent. So these are on record. So we'll review them during the week, and then maybe have a cut up next week so that we can look back on it and
Oh, great.
and maybe some playback next week.
Okay.
Right. Kev, you ready for your outro? You ready for
Yes.
you ready for your kiss and say goodbye to the crowd?
Yes.
Okay. You want me to cue up some Tom Petty?
No. Cue up some Shana Na.
Oh,
Shana Na.
goodness.
Nobody don't know about
my
that.
goodness.
They're gonna say who's Shana Na.
Yeah,
They'll
right.
know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. Okay, everyone. I want to thank you all for coming tonight. Um, we got to get back to basics, and tonight is one of those nights where we have to get this win, and then start up another, get back on 500, and just keep going. So that's pretty much it. So, in the words of Shana Na, do 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 Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Okay.
Oh my
All
God.
right, Kev.
I never want to have to live through that again ever in life. And I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for your ears to be burning. So I would tell you this. Um, Continue to have faith in our New York Knicks. I think the game tonight would tell us, kind of give us a barometer of where we are as an organization. And just kind of watch, in my man Worldwide L's words, watch the game within the game, right? Understand we get enamored with box scores, who has stats, and stat pattern is a thing, right? But pay attention to the way that these players are playing the game and how much energy they bring to the game. And then also watch the orchestration of the scheme of maneuver that's employed within whoever our opponent is going to be. I hope that we are able to get this win tonight. So again, the Pelicans are athletic, they're energetic. So let's just watch what goes on. And I think this will be a barometer to what we do moving forward and as we go into this West Coast swing. So again, thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. If you have not yet hit that like button, please do so. Subscribe to the channel so when we're up here, you don't miss this content that we got going on. We appreciate you, each and every one.
We love
All
you.
right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sorry about the short show. We have a game tonight in a few minutes. Y'all know what that means.
No doubt.
Just wanted to jump on just to share for a few minutes. Right. We'll highlight y'all later. No Knicks morning drive tomorrow, but we'll move forward how we move forward, y'all. All right. Peace.
No doubt.